Rodriguez, and he's leaving. That's more beer for us. Helling going well, but it didn't go well for him here in the second. 3-0 Rangers lead. Tom Lampkin laid back, got him in the glove, and in time to get the out. He'd pay for that later. Bottom of second, Brett Tomko against Jason McDonald. All this land is mine for as far as the ball shall travel. And it went far. Upper deck, third of the year, 4-0 the Rangers. To the fourth, Rick Helling, still going well. Stan Javier, wiffle ball, it curves. Helling would leave the game after 6 shutout innings. The result of taking that shot, his hands started swelling up a bit. Jose Paniagua to Royce Clayton, and that's way back as well and out. Clayton goes 2 for 4. Texas wins 10-1, so the mound was okay with Rick Helling. 6 shutout innings. He's now 4-1, and he has gone at least 6 innings in 6 straight starts. The White Sox, the Red Sox, plenty of Sox. We're in the third, 1-0. The Red Sox, Brian Daubach, quite far. Chris Singleton after it, over his head. Wilton Veras coming to score. 2-0 the Red Sox. Now we're in the fourth. 2-1 Red Sox, 1 out, nobody on. Carl Everett. And with that, you get Egg Roll. His 11th over the small wall, 3-run the Red Sox. 6th inning, still 3-1. Nobody on. Mark Johnson. Left field. Troy O'Leary's back against the large green wall. And he makes the play. Good play. We're in the 6th. Runners at the corners. Frank Thomas popping it up. Jeff Fry in shallow center. They'll make it. Ray Durham coming. Fry off balance. Can't get everything on it. Bounces once. And he beats the throw and the tag. Red Sox up 3-2. 9th inning. 3-2 Red Sox. 2 out, 2 on. Herbert Perry, the grounder, and Veras quickly to get the out, and the Red Sox win. Show them what they've won. Baseball game. Brian Rose entered with an ERA of 9.2.
And getting reacquainted with Tino Martinez. For the love of the long ball, Martinez's 4th of the year. It's 3-0 Yanks. But it was only 3-2 Yanks in the third. Gerald Williams would be at first. Tampa Bay trying to get back into it against Andy Pettit. Let's leave it up to Jose Canseco to make something happen. That's deep, but not deep enough, but deep enough for a double off the wall. We're tied at 3. Gerald Williams comes all the way in from first base. We're still tied at 3 in the 5th. Gooden's problem, according to his manager, his best pitch, his slider, wasn't working. Clay Bellinger snapping out of an 0-for-11 slump. His 2nd home run of the year, 4-3 Yankees. Later in the inning, runner on first, Paul O'Neill, showing off his woodwork. And the Yanks take care of business, and they usually do that with home runs late in the game. They win. Andy Pettit allowed 3 runs, 9 hits, and 6 2/3. Mariano Rivera bouncing back from that Baltimore blown save to earn his 12th save. Jorge Posada is out of his mind on this homestand. 10 for 14. His batting average is up to .367. Gooden said of his outing, you know, he is a former Yankee and Met. I was obviously very excited to pitch back in New York. The Blue Jays have beaten Baltimore 11 straight times at Sky Dome. Do I hear 12? Tony Batista facing Jason Johnson. No question. Batista's 9th. It's 2-0 Toronto. Bottom of the 4th, same score, 2 outs, 2 men on. Charles Johnson, catcher and serious hitter. Marty Cordova diving a little too early for the dive. Double for Johnson. 2 runs would come in. We're tied. Orioles can respond. Bottom of the 4th, still tied, bases full. Darren Fletcher. That's a granny. 6-2 Blue Jays. Fletcher's 6th home run of the season. Top of the 5th, nobody out. B.J. Surhoff. Raul Mondesi is talented. The throw to first, doubling up Delino DeShields. That's a double play. Top of the 7th, 6-3 Toronto now. Kelvin Escobar, who gave up 5 runs and 12 hits in this game. That was one of his finer moments. And there's another one against Bell, and then Cal Ripken, and then Escobar striking out Jeff Conine with the inside heat. Blue Jays beat Baltimore for the 11th straight time over.
Bottom of 2nd, Bobby yesterday. Foul ball, third base side. Fans want it. Someone throws a glove at it. That's just wrong. You can't throw your glove at the ball to stop it like that. It could be a ground rule double. The ball woman gives the glove back to the fan, but gives the ball to someone else to punish the fan for lack of fundamentals. Later in the at-bat, Estelea. Home run. That's off of Pat Hankin. Giants get out front 3-0. We're in the 5th. Fernando Vina against Levan Hernandez. Going to right. Ellis Burks over the shoulder. Vina is saddened. 3-0 the Giants. So we're in the 6th, 4-0. He is stronger than the brawny paper towel guy.
That's strong.
That's a dozen home runs, 4-1 game, 8th inning, 5-4 Giants. Estelle home run. 5th of the year, 2nd of the game. Giants win it by a count of 6-4. Back to McGuire, 534 career home runs. That ties Jimmy Fox.
Gonzalez. We know him for power, but that's a blooper. To Mark Rudzelanek, who goes home. Todd Hundley can't get Womack out. 1-0 Arizona. 3 batters later, bases full for Travis Lee. Against Park, up the middle. Bell and Gonzalez would score on that. It's 3-0 Arizona. We're still in the 1st inning, and it was 4-0 Arizona. Omar Dahl has been struggling on the mound. Not in this game, but at the plate, that's a shot. Sean Green has to come up throwing here. Travis Lee gunning for home. He's safe. 6 hits, 5 runs for Arizona in the 1st. Suddenly it's 13-4. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Andy Fox now at the plate. What a game for Fox. Taking Matt Hergus deep to right for his 1st home run of the year. Andy Fox, you know, is Matt Williams' replacement. He went 4 for 5, 4 RBIs, and Arizona had no problem with the Dodgers, 15-7. I think they've proved their point. A season-high 5-game win streak for Arizona. Arubio Durazo is the only starter, including the pitcher, without a hit. Adrian Beltre for the Dodgers, 2 for 3, including his 3rd homer.
Angels. Top of the 1st, scoreless. Randy Velarde on 1st. Jason Giambi into the seats. Big plate of meat served up by Ramon Ortiz. Giambi's major league leading 14th home run of the season. A's up 2-0. Now A's down 3-2. Matt Stairs, Ben Grieve on. Jason's brother. Jeremy Giambi. Ibid. 3-run dong. The Giambis become the 10th set of brothers to hit a homer in the same game. Angels down 8-5. Mo Vaughn. A reminder that entertainment coupons cannot be used to purchase surf and turf. His 2nd of the game ties it up at 8. 8th inning, A's down 1. Velarde's on 1st. Had to get ahead of it. Jason Giambi with a chance, but Mark Tyson makes him go away and ends the game. So the Angels win it 9-8, 17 hits. Troy Gloss was 4 for 4, his 2nd 4-hit game of the year. Mo Vaughn 3 for 5, 2 homers. Here we got the Indians and the Twins in the 1st, 1 out, game scoreless. Dave Burba has the ball. Jay Canizaro still has his bat. He'll go away, and then Matt LaCroix has no clue. Torrey Hunter, Chop and Broccoli. Burba gets some offensive support here, though. 5th inning, 2 out, Indians up 1-0. Roberto Alomar. It's a home run. His 5th of the year. Indians up by a count of 2-0. Still in the 5th. Indians still up 2-0. Burba going well to Matt LaCroix. Didn't see it. And then Jock Jones choking on a splinter. 10 Ks for Burba. He's out. That's a rule. 8th inning, 2 out, 2 on. Twins down 2-1. David Ortiz up the middle. Corey Koski scoring from 2nd base. This game is tied. Extra innings are necessary. We're in the 10th, 2 out. Runner at 2nd, still tied. Manny Ramirez up the middle. Omar Vizquel wheeling around to score. Indians go up 3-2. Win 3-2 and have won 3 in a row. Ricardo Rincon moved to 2-0 by striking out the only man he faced. Dave Burba, season-high 10 Ks. Johnny Damon, leadoff batter, and he didn't get a hit. Showed you that because he had gotten a hit to lead off 10 straight times. Scoreless. We're in the 8th, 1-1 now, so it's not scoreless. 2 out, 1 Encarnacion. Also did not get a hit here. He'd been on a 19-game hit streak. Good catch by Carlos Beltran. Tied at 1. The 11th, we're tied at 2. Jermaine Dye, he's your batter. Over Luis Polonia's head. And Mike Sweeney and Ray Sanchez coming. Royals go up 3-1. 3-1. Doug Brocail. He is crestfallen. Royals end up winning it 4-1. So Kansas City's 9-game road losing streak is all done with. Jermaine Dye said the win gave his guys some new confidence. He was all set. Leads the...
Greg Maddox. 2 on for Preston Wilson to Rafael Furcal. Can't handle it. Mark Hutze scores on the error. Marlins getting things accomplished. It's 1-0. Top of the 5th now. Greg Maddox at bat now facing Vladimir Nunez. Maddox, good hitter. Down the line, Rafael Furcal would score, and the Braves cut the lead to 2-1 now. But let's make it interesting. Bottom of the 9th, tied at 2, 2 men on, 2 men out. John Rocker on the mound. Here we go. Controversy brewing because Rocker is simply going to drop the ball. Take his foot off the rubber to pick it up, puts his foot back on the rubber. I think that's a balk, folks. That too. Danny Batista would score from third, and Bobby Cox is going to argue, but to no avail. What a strange ending for John Rocker and the Atlanta Braves. He simply dropped the ball, and you know the rest of the story. Said Rocker.
Stanley Cup's there for some reason. It'll be at Milford Highlight this Thursday. Second inning, Todd Helton against Chris Holt. Helton over a fence. His 10th. Rockies up 2-0. Fifth inning, Pedro Estacio. No hitter through 4. And there it goes away there. Richard Hidalgo. He hits a long home run. His 10th also, though not in this game, for that would be a record. Rockies up 3-1. Estacio going well. Hidalgo. That's just another case of the man holding us down. 8th inning, Jeffrey Hammond. Pinch hitting for Darren Bragg. They're loaded up. Ken Caminiti is waiting for a ball to come to him, and he punches him out at home. Good hose. Astros get out of the inning without giving up a run. 8th inning. Darrell Ward batting for Jay Powell. Estacio mows him down, and then Estacio. Roger Cedeno swinging. Estacio to Jeff Bagwell, and he's leaving. That is more beer for us as well. So the Rockies win it by a count of 3-1. A mere 3 runs in the win, but that's a relative explosion considering their first run broke a 22.
Jim Brewski, a good name for a Brewer pitcher. Sammy Sosa agrees. His 12th home run of the year. Sammy has had 19 homers against the Brewers since 1998. Cubs up 9-1. Rick Aguilera to Charlie Hayes. Cubs nursing an 11-9 lead, and Rick Aguilera needs a doctor. Hayes with a single, 2 runs would score. We are tied at 11. Bottom 9 now. Damon Buford leading off the inning against Bob Wickman. Buford pops it up right behind the plate. Henry Blanco. Look at this. Nice trapping by Blanco against the body. Superb. Bottom 10 now. Wickman. Shane Andrews with 2 out and the bases full. Andrews. Ricky Gutierrez would score on that. That's really all the Cubs would need in 10 innings. Sosa and Andrews drove in 8 of the Cubs' dozen runs. Strange stat of the night. The Cubs scoring line